Right, let's get cracking, shall we? Though it's raining, you shouldn't really do much in the rain, but hey-ho. Should be okay. Chickens are happy. So let's try and start in this bottom corner, shall we? Yep, it works. So your tractors do get washed when it rains, which is a good thing for me. Just see how far we get, shall we? I've tried to go right into that corner. It's not the worst idea in the world. Right. Let's see what the overlap's like. Kind of get rid of the headland. So where roughly do I need to be for the perfect width? I'm trying to work out where the alignment needs to be on the tractor. About there-ish. So I need to follow that line there, give or take. Is that just about done, or was that a bit wider? That's a bit wider of the mark. come back in. Yeah. I think it's got to be about... Let me put some lights on so I can actually see. It's wet, drizzly. Need to put a headland in. I will put the headland back. Should be okay for the minute. Maybe I need to find that rut there. That looks like it's doing about right. See, that's just pinged back up. Right, let's save that. See if I've missed anything. Yeah, the headlands at the top's going to need redoing. Missed none, which is good. Yeah, I would hope that would not bring stones up. Because that would then kind of defeat the point in the first place. Makes sense. Hey, Raw. Yeah, long story short, I ran the mods through. The testing tool, and basically just worked out there's a few issues, like this here. Has a few little problems, but nothing major. So, yeah. The funniest thing is, this has only got an hour on it, and this is why it's parked in the trees. It works, but after an hour, half the paint's come off. After an hour. And yeah, the header does have a chopper particle on it. So the header, yeah. So that's kind of a very, very broken mod. Yeah, I'm up to 8.5 hours on this tractor now. I've just done my second harvest on here. So it's not going too bad. If you need a cheap harvester, my advice would not be that one. Don't go with that one. I might be able to send you these across. The Bisons. As far as I know, there's not any errors on them. As far as I know. But I've not tested them. Yeah, quite a few. Nothing major. You got collision mask missing. Few lights. I will do if I remember later on. What I now do is I literally now I'm in the habit of if I download any mods from like King Mods, I run them through the testing tool first. And then I see what errors are on the testing tool. But yeah, I've basically been doing this with a meter plow, which has been fun. Really need to get some bigger equipment started on here soon. Right, I don't normally do this, but I'm going that way. Yeah, I've done that field, that field, that field, that field with a 1.5 meter plow. Which has been fun. But that's what you got when you got a survival series. The only problem with the Don is the Don can't go on this hill. So the Don struggles with power on that hill. I'm not even joking. It struggles to get... It's quite a comical series what I'm doing. I'm hoping after this harvest, I will actually make some money. Soon as the chickens become profitable, because I was kind of messed up. So on the first harvest, I messed up the feed. So I only bought one chick. Since that one chick, it has produced 1, 2. Oh, good. We got 2 that are full. Oh, good. We got 2 that are full. So since that one chick is produced, where am I? 1, 2, 3. He's produced 4 chicks. And then 3 months ago, I bought 120 babies. Because I was worried about the foods. So I kind of messed up. I've done a lot of messing up on this series so far. When I start actually working out what I'm doing, I'll be happy. So at least I know kind of what I'm doing. Nope, can't afford it. So literally all I could afford, so you know I had that 40 grand. So all I could afford, I've got something else to show you as well in a minute, by the way. I've got some interesting thing to show you in a second. Wrong one. Out of the 40 grand, we got one tractor, one harvester, a trailer, a header, a plough, a seeder, a chainsaw, and a front loader. That's all I own out of like the 40 grand. So, what's the AZZ? Oh, it's that. A big trailer that's been modified to in-game is 29.5, and they've upped it to 50,000 litres. So yeah, I need to delete that mod. But yeah, I got some so I done these top two fields with it. Maybe I've completely forgot I had it in here. So I've done these two. I made the borders out of these two with paint texture. And I've ploughed it and I don't get stones. So if you do this all over your field and then plough, you don't get stones. It's an hilarious situation. No, why? I'm in it, but I haven't really been paying attention. If I could give it a sec, let me see if I can actually find it. I got so many folders I put everything into. Here we go. Announcements. Is that what I'm reading? Yeah, I've seen the next patch is coming. Yeah. But the kit is useless. It's good that it's big equipment. Do not get me wrong. I'm really pleased we've got big equipment. But it's no good for me on here at the minute. So I've worked out 3 to 5 meters is the ideal size for what I'm doing on here. So I'm producing about 24,000 litres of barley every year for the chickens. So I'm hoping after this harvest, I might have enough money to buy a fertiliser spreader. Because that's kind of my next priority. Because the fertiliser spreader I'm looking at is only 3.5 grand. I could technically cut a tree down. But I'm trying to avoid cutting trees. So, literally what I'm doing on it at the moment is ploughing, seeding, harvesting. That's it. Hang on, you're growing trees using manure. Where did you get that mod from? Oh, that! Yeah, it's too cheaty. You need manure and water, don't you? I want the player plants trees, if I'm honest. If I had player plant trees, I would flatten that forest in a heartbeat. I really want that mod. If that mod came back, I would flatten that forest in a heartbeat. Yeah, I've got a feeling it will come. Because what I'm doing is I'm using the lumberjack mod and cutting all the trees down from 56. We don't need to own the trees to cut it with the lumberjack mod. Nope. Because I haven't got the equipment to do it, and there's no need. So to be able to have workers on here, I need somewhere for them to sleep. So I got big plans. I'm just getting slightly bored of 1 meter plows at the minute. So I am thinking. So I found a semi. Yeah, tents could work. I have found a semi-cheaty mod, which I want your opinion on. I can't remember if it's under this one. Yeah, it is. So, this is my next tractor. There are a couple of errors on it, but nothing major. But what it does have is if you watch there where the mouse is, I know it's 30 seconds behind, where that is there, you click that, you get a GPS screen. So they've retrofitted the case with GPS. So that will be... So that probably will be my next... That's what I'm saving up for. So fertiliser spreader, then that. And then, to be honest... Yes, it should be able to. So they've actually... Because I will not use GPS with an old tractor unless... like, I'll show you for instance, okay? So, the in-game... I don't know where it is. So, something that slightly annoyed me. So, the in-game 6M has a GPS screen. Okay? The 6M mod doesn't have the extra screens. And it's a completely different tractor. That 6M is a completely different tractor. Yeah. I think it was. So, when I get the chickens fully working, I should be able to expect about £40,000 off the eggs once sold at full price in November. I'm then going to buy a cultivator and a weeder, and then I can start getting stuff done on here quicker. So yeah, I have got... See, it hasn't taken me too long to do this with a 3 metre. So 3 meters kind of the ideal length. Don't even go there. I wouldn't even look at it. It says 7, but I wouldn't even trust that. I would say I'm going by how many harvests I've done. So this will be my 3rd harvest on here. So I would say -7. I probably would say 4. I would write probably 3, 4. Yeah, 1 day scenes at the moment because I don't need anything more. I made a mistake with the seeder. I should have gone... So that's what I've got at the moment. I should have gone with a DB8. Should have gone with a DB8. Takes a bit more horsepower. So I don't actually know if I had the horsepower for it. That's the other question. I haven't checked. 80. I don't think I would have had the horsepower for it. I wouldn't have had the horsepower. Yeah, I would upgrade. And I'm looking at, you got a couple of D9s floating around. But that's the thing, I said I'm on a very tight budget. Like, to be able to afford fueling this tractor, I had to go cut a tree down. So, I'm hoping by next November, I would have made a profit. I'm losing about 100 and something pound a month at the moment. So I'm losing roughly, I think it's about £1,000 a month at the minute on property. Nope. This is what it's called, the survival mode. This is going exactly how... Because I could have gone with... Take all of that forest out. All of that forest out. And then built a farm up off that. But I kind of done that in 19. And I said to you before, I didn't want to go the same way. If I was gonna start oh, don't worry. I'm losing because I've technically still got, I don't like admitting this, I've still got the £5,000 loan on here at the moment, but I'm losing £16 a day plus 106. Yeah, the £5,000 loan was for a chainsaw. So if I ever do this start from scratch again, I know how I would go about it slightly different. So, I would cut enough trees. Yeah, if I have fences, I want to pay for it. That's why I've not put that mod in. So, what I would personally do is cut enough trees down to have 25,000 litres a week. So I would need to cut about 40 trees, give or take. I would need to cut about 40 trees down, and then hopefully, well, to be honest, the other option is if you can make why wouldn't you start on 26? I'm talking to you and not paying attention. To be honest, I think if I was doing this again, I started on 26 because this is where the farm's meant to be. It's a centralised location. Yeah, but for the chickens, okay, for the chickens, these 4 fields will feed them. This should give me 25,000 litres of barley minimum. What, you mean into that? So I have done a Let's Play, and I have started I have... Yeah, but you've got a massive woodland you got to deal with. Because if I did a very original No Man's Land back in the day, and I started a massive, massive operation in 23. And I had a field that covered literally bottom of 23 into 32. So I had one field there. I had one field that came up there. And then I had a field that went across there, and across there. But 13 with like an X9 and 500 horses struggle to get up that top hill. So, literally, so my profit, my yield bonus is 35%. So, I'm getting about 25,000 litres of barley. So, I'm getting about 25,000 litres of barley off these 4 fields. And that's without doing anything. So, this is what I mean by literally the bare bones to actually produce. So when I mean survival mode, I literally mean survival mode. Like, I haven't even got money to take stones off the field. I did not think about that. I did not think that. I could do. But stones only affect your wearability. I've got a front loader and a bucket for this tractor, but I haven't bought the bucket. Yeah, you should be able to get it. You can't do it once it's seeded. Once you've seeded... Stones don't do yield. No, they only affect... They only affect... wear. So I will try with the bucket, but it's just going to take so long. It might... The thing is, it just affects where. That's it. Let's just check something. Hang on, I'm just going to just check something. There you go. They will damage your machines. They don't do yield, just damage your machines. With the plow, you don't get... So, how not to get... So, you do two things on here. Okay? If you plow, or you do what I'm planning to do, and that's shallow cultivation. Shallow cultivation means you don't get stones. Right, how are we actually doing with that group cornering? Right, let's just run the top corner. Me you waiting for... Oh, I do love my random sounds. It's funny, like, if Enzo turns up, you'll have the duck sound. You should hear it because it came through my headphones. Right, give me a second. I'm just going to just check something. Did you hear that then? Okay. I heard it. Yeah, so the Don struggles to do that field. It doesn't like hills. So it literally can't get over that hill. No, you played the Crab Brave. Right, did you hear that? I added them in, but I don't know if they work properly. At least you can hear it when you preview it. At least that's something. I would send you the pack of bright. Hang on, there might also be a load of old cheap John Deeres as well kicking around that I haven't used, but I know another streamer's used. What do you think of them? I don't know who the modder is. I just know they're on the mod. I've also cut this strip completely back. I've also cut that back to make it a little bit more realistic as you just plow over the top of them. How are you doing anyway, Roy? You doing well? How's work going for you, mate? You finish at, what, 5? After this harvest, I might just go, you know what? With how fast I'm actually running through this with this seeder, I might actually just go cut some trees down and make some cash. And buy the bigger cultivator. How much is the cultivator? I got 2 I'm looking at. 3 grand. 3 for that. Yeah. 3 grand. So 2 trees, that'll do it. I don't know if I can be bothered to go. But then again, the eggs. If we get a run on eggs. Even selling them at a bad price. We may be able to do that. I done the house clean last night. I've still got a little bit of hoovering left, but yeah, I've got a little bit of a house clean left tonight. What happened? Right, okay. That makes sense. See, this has just proved how much you need a 3 meter. This is kind of just confirming my theory. You know what? Let me just check something. Have I been a complete wally? Yeah, don't worry, I've just... I'll get this seeding finished first. I missed a bit. That's what I'm looking at now. If I've missed a bit. Because in future, if I ever run courseplay, I then can run 2 different crops across it. So I've kind of future-proofed it. But I've made that as small a gap as possible. Because all my so what I've tried to do is, all my fields are roughly the same size going that way, apart from this one. So all of them are roughly the same size going that way, including sort of going across. So it's not realistic doing what I'm doing. But yeah, this is definitely the longer field. So all of them are roughly... So what I've done is they're all roughly... I know what I'm trying to do. They're all roughly 6 tiles across that way, and then roughly 3. So all my fields are roughly 6 by 3 tiles. But this top one, I've added an extra 6 meters onto. Well, I think it's about 4.5, 5 meters I've added on. But I can go further down. What are you using your wheat for? Because barley produces more yield, as far as I know. I've been told barley produces more than wheat. This is why I'm running barley. I've been told it does. So that's why I'm running barley. Well, make a note. Make a note of when you harvest it. Make a note of how much you pick up. And then you'll know if you've got more or not. So that's the kind of difference between me and you, mate. The amount of calculations I have on my phone from Farm Sim is ridiculous. Like, when I was doing Leningrad, I was making a note of every time I add a bale, how many bales I was producing every single season. I've got so many Farm Sim calculations on my phone, it's ridiculous. I should be a farm manager for crying out loud. If you extend that field by half an acre, you'll get 40,000 more litres of grain off. Because with that just literally being ploughed, cultivated, not cultivated, ploughed, seeded, harvested, I'm getting about, I think about 8,000 litres, give or take. The only thing... Probably. Hang on. Give me 30 seconds. By the way, if you get bored and you ever miss any of my live streams, I am pumping these out up onto YouTube. I'm doing... There's a bit of a delay on them. But yeah, I am select. Right, let's have a look at... Let's see if there's any new mods so far. So, we got a few. We got the New Holland 95 Fiat Agri, which I'm actually going to install, which is only 36.5 grand. And I might be able to remove a couple of my dodgy other mods. That I don't want. Hey Enzo! Oh boy! Oh my word! 80 pallets! I hate there's no description. That's useful. See Discord. I get notifications come through like once in a billion. What am I looking at? You've linked me to something. What, you on about the Simple Inspector? I did see that. Right, what am I doing? My brain's gone. Right, I want... gameplay. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah. Right, now. I'll tell you if it works in a minute. Right, let's run over to the field we've just done. What auto drive? So that's not giving me anything on that. Okay, let me just... Oh, additional settings. Not yet. I did for 19. I've got it. But it's not working. Yeah, I've got it on. Yeah, I've got nothing. I can't wait for precision farming update. That's one thing I'm really looking forward to. The precision farming to come back. Because that gives you so much. Because for me, it'd be more just about... Because I worked out the other day where I actually what I want to achieve. So, my minimum goal on No Man's Land is kind of the following plan. So I want to buy one more area. Then I want to get into cows. And I want to get into whole crop silage as well on here. So, before I do cows, I want to buy a forage harvester. Oh no, don't worry. If my plans go correct, the chickens will make me enough money to become a millionaire. I'm also thinking, because there's a theory going around that your greenhouses, if you have all three running together, you lose output. So I'm planning to run greenhouses just for lettuce. The least amount of work, and I reckon 3 greenhouses full of lettuce should give me 30k a year, give or take. So I want to be making, so the issue comes in how much grain I can produce. How much grain I can produce on an ideal situation. So fields are fertilised, rolled, mulched, etc, etc. So on that basis, how much grain I produce out of these fields, because I've got a couple more areas I can expand into as well. So, if I can produce £40,000 a year on chickens, then we'll be doing well. I think my priority, 360, and what I was having on it, so 1 day season, 360 chicks. I was going through 24,000 litres of grain. But I'm planning to try and do a setup where as the chicks mature and they're ready to pop, I move them into another cage. So I'm hoping not to have to buy any more than, I kind of messed up, but I'm hoping not to buy any more than 120. It will take about 3-4 seasons, I reckon, to fill it completely. But if I'm hoping out of those 120 that over the next in-game 6 months, we can actually start making a profit. How much food are they going through on 2-day seasons? Because on Ellengrat, they were going through 1,000 they were going for about 500 a day. Yeah. I might have to do some experimenting. See if over 2 days we actually lose less. And there'll be a simple way to tell that. I have a theory that I might put to the test. So we got anything ready to go next game day? Nope. Yes. So the moment we got 6. So we got 6, 8, 8, 0, and that's with 1, 2, 3, 4, 525. So, on Elengrat, I was going through about 1,000, give or take 1,000 feed a month. Now, what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to skip from September to October to November on one day, see how much they've used. And then I'm going to skip to a 2-day cycle for December and January. I know we've got more chicks coming in. I know that. But then that will tell me if they use less over 2 days than a 1-day cycle. They shouldn't. Uh, 306. What do you mean? What, grain or food wise? 9,000. On Elengrat, it was about 1,000. On Elengrat, it was about 1,000. So these are the same pens I was using on Elengrat. And it was using. And it was using. And it was using about 1,000 a month, give or take, on Elengrat. But it's not quite the same situation though. Rod, was I correct that Enzo popped in here and then went again? Did I see Enzo in here at one point? And then he ran. Right, okay. I thought he popped in. And I completely blanked him. Right, okay. I wasn't sure. I've had my brain's been all over the place. I wasn't sure. Oh boy. You really don't go through too much seed, do you? I wonder if they'll bring the realistic seeder mod in. Because we had a realistic seeder mod that I was using last year that kind of you used even less. The only problem with this seeder is you only go 10 miles and 10 kilometers. I'm still running kilometers. I'm still running kilometers and not miles per hour. That's funny. I forgot to change that. I had that set for the GPS menu. That's why I'm running kilometers. And I've kind of got used to reading kilometers. We're nearly on 10 hours on this already. I am proud of you. But as I said, I won't retrofit it. I will not retrofit it. Once you know it's dead, like on these fields, just have it set onto... when I eventually get it on here, I'll teach you. It's dead easy. The command is Alt and C and Control and S, I think. And then I just put the setting as A plus, and then put it to 0, and it runs it dead straight. But yeah, a lot of time you have a lot of your stuff is course play though, isn't it? Raw, a lot of your farming stuff. See, I'm doing a lot of this just by my eye. This isn't even my neatest bit of work I've done. Really needed some money coming in to repair this tractor soon. I've also got a reduced repair cost mod that I've got to put back onto this map to reduce the repairs and how much it costs you to repair your tractors. Because otherwise it just becomes extortionate and ridiculous. How are we doing with wear and stuff anyway? Right, so the tractor's on 43%. So looking at this, I reckon we got 2 more passes on this field, 4 or 5 on the one behind, plus any tidying up we need to do. Yeah, as I thought, probably might actually have a bit more, 2.5. So I don't know if this is going to clear that properly. But yeah. We should have enough seed to finish this field. And then we'll go and grab the new bag. How many hours am I on this map? Nearly 20 hours. Still got a long way to go on here. Heck of a long way. I will be having a look on the mod hub for some cow barns at some point. DMI Normandy. Modder. Is he on Facebook? Right, okay. Released his... Right, okay, it's on the mod hub. How the hell do you know these modders' names? Definitely could extend both these fields further down. If I wanted to. But I think we should be okay with how much room we've got. Well, that did not take forever. We've now... It doesn't say how many hectares your field is. Got anything major problems? Not really. Possibly a bit on that headland. Patch there, and that's pretty much it. So this is the plan. We'll finish this off and then we'll go and grab that seed bag. Yeah, I'm about to go and grab. I'm about to do that next. I've done 3 fields with nearly 800 litres of seed, which is amazing. I think as time goes on, so yeah. The only problem with the cultivator, right, my only issue is I haven't got money for a weeder. And I will need money for a weeder. So I may not do that. Or do we just wing it? Do we just wing it? Right, let's have a look at something. I can't because of horsepower. I haven't got enough horses. Because we're running... I'm only running 80 horses. So... the 5k was for the chainsaw. Well, that's a interesting bit of equipment. What's the 5k in subsoilers? That. Still 1.5 meters though. So within our house, but it's 1.5 meters. Right, let's head down the shop, fill this back up. The thing is, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the eggs. See, if the eggs go well, then we'll be fine. If the eggs it all depends on eggs. Because the weeder that I'm looking at is only 9 grand. So we only need to make 12 grand off the eggs. Which I don't know if it'd be possible by next. What's it? Hang on, what? Ian Bog. Eh? Because I buy them as a package. So nine and a half for that. Right, inbox the brand. I'm not even paying attention to brand names. So 9.5 for that. And then 3 for that. So 12.5 actually. Because I'll buy them together and then we don't need a weed. But we may be a couple of seasons off from getting. That's the kind of thing. It all evolves around chickens and eggs. Now, again, this is what I said. I've made a slight mistake with them. I've made a slight mistake with them. So, again, I could have... It depends on how you want to play. It doesn't have to be. Look at Ellengrat. That's not a slow burner. Yeah, exactly. It is the thing is, I'm doing something I've never done before, so I'm learning by my mistakes. So, as I said, I'm learning by my mistakes. Please stay. As I said, I'm learning by my mistakes. So yeah. In hindsight, I should have put all the fields in to start with. I reckon we probably got another two hard seasons to go before we start making money. Because as soon as we can get the bigger cultivator and the weeder going, it will take us less time to do stuff. Like, it didn't take us too long to seed. And I plan to get the John Deere Gator for my gopher into the store and back. So I've got big plans for this. Because in 300-400 hours game time, I want to be in a position in a good position going forward. I don't think we need any more than... My priority will be getting one more land. One more land will probably do us. I don't know yet. I'm not sure which one, if I'm honest. I'll worry about that when the time comes. But yeah, that's... I also need to get a silo, so I can actually measure how much grain we're producing. But yeah, we're basically now this will not take me 5 minutes to whack this in the ground. I've got a couple of different silos. So I'm thinking about trying this one to start with, because that's £5 grand. But I need to have a look, just make sure it can take the right crops. Shift and P. And I've missed that headland, I think, but I will check it on the map. Yeah, and P is just straight to the store. Right, so I'm only on till 5 tonight. So, one or two things is going to happen. We're going to get this field finished before 5, or on 5. If we get it finished before 5, I'm going to do the chicken experiment. That sounds really dodgy. Please don't report me. Oh, that's hilarious. No chickens were harmed in the making of this movie. I've actually not been using Sim Dashboard recently, just because I haven't needed the GPS. I've got my 2 joysticks in front of me. I've completely messed that line up. So, I've got everything I need on my steering wheel on my 2 joysticks. Yeah, it depends on your setup. I've got 2 joysticks, which a lot of the time, the 2 joysticks has my most needed buttons. Like, yeah, it really struggles to climb this hill. That the Don does. You planning to get, hang on, you planning to get 2 more, are you? Yeah, I only got the Don because it was cheaper. If I'm completely honest. Only reason I got that Don. It's a convert from 19. Because I used it on 19. Because the actual, the actual brand name, even though it's a Don, right. Because the actual mod is a Roch. Yeah. Rostal mash. So, but it looks, I don't know why. When I first got it on 19, because I don't know if it's the same mod, but it looks similar. I thought it was Russian. When I first, I don't know if it's the same one. I picked up something similar on 19 that looked Russian. But yeah, priorities going forward. Cultivator, weeder. Cultivator, weeder. Then after the weeder, it will be fertilizer spreader. And then, yeah, in that case, within 4 seasons on it, I want that case within 4 seasons. I normally run between 2 and 10. So, I basically just been running 2 times on it because I haven't needed anything more. I could get away with 10. But I've left it on 2 and not really been paying attention. Tell you what, that rock over there is bigger than what it was in 19. That rock has grown. Because in 19, I left that one in and I took that one out. Because I think you can plough the rocks out. If I remember rightly, you should be able to run a plough over the rocks. Really? I know the one down the bottom here I took out with a plough. That sucks. I haven't tried, if I'm honest. I've just kept the fields nice. I've just noticed my lines are out. I'm double crossing my lines. I'm not even paying attention to my lines. Let me put the lights back on so I can actually see. That's better. I find it weird. This is some kind of like religious ritual to the tree. I find that weird. There's a couple of them on this map that I'm like, it's like a spiritualist ritual to the tree. We will praise the tree. The mighty tree. I don't blame you, to be honest with you. It looks less weird. But a windmill there looks less weird. What we actually got on generators? I've never actually looked in generators. Really? What I am going to do is I'm going to buy an area, say, like, for instance, 54, and make it into a trailer park for my workers. And make a small little, like, trailer yard for the workers. I really should be watching where my tractor's going and not looking at chat. This field is going to take forever if I keep reading chat. That's kind of where GPS comes in handy, because you can read chat and not have to worry about your lines. If that makes sense. Right, let me do that, because then at least I can see where I'm roughly wanting to be aiming for. Is roughly that groove there. Yeah, it's fine. We haven't got much left of this field. If I don't keep mucking up my lines, this ain't going to take us 5 minutes. Which is if I keep mucking up my lines. So that hasn't quite got as perfect as I wanted it. It's not as bad as what has been coming back this way, though. Because the other thing I might invest in long term is you have got that fits, and then you've got the seeder that fits on the back of it. But again, you need a lot of horses to run it. You need like a 220, 230 tractor. And that's the thing. If you look at price of tractors, okay? So, at half price. So that's the Massey I've just downloaded. Which won't be bad with 190 horses on it. That mod I'm going to delete. Because, yeah, it's just, nah. So that's an option for us at some point. I don't know if that's... Is that the top? Yeah. So... See, that isn't a bad yard tractor. Basically, it's just the engine. But yeah, so that's 86,000. So you probably picked that up for about 50k used. If it comes up in the sale. But my all-round favourite tractor on here, okay, is this. Now, you usually pick this about 160, 170k. The Fendt 900, that's my favourite. Because there's not many more in here that has the same amount of horsepower equivalent for large tractors for the budget. The T8 comes close, but again, it's a bit more expensive and speed. So it's that kind of thing. It's just looking and keeping an eye on... It's just keeping your eye out. Nope. I'm not touching a loan at all on this series. Yeah. But I said, this is where the chickens come in. I know. I'm trying to gloss over that. I'm trying to kind of gloss over that. I made a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo. I'm trying to sort of ignore that mistake I made. So, that's where that case comes in handy. Or wherever it is. With the GPS option on it. Because that's kind of everything I need. And the modder's always updating it. That's... You know how most mods get released third party and they don't get updated? That's now on its 4th revision. He actually listens to the things and go, right, this is what's wrong with it, this is what I'm going to fix. But for some of the reason, there's a button. I don't think he's updated the mod description properly because it keeps saying I need to update it. But if I update it, it'll reverse it back. So I'm not updating it. So it keeps asking me for an update and I'm not doing it. So I know it'll just run it back to version 1. I reckon we might have some time to do some fiddling with some chickens after this. We've only got a couple more passes. It's only 4:45. It came from King's Mod. And I'm regularly checking from the modder to see if there's any updates on it. Have you heard of the issue at the moment? The amount of mods that are out there people want paid for. Virtual Farmer's kind of on a warpath at the moment. Yeah. So there's a lot of modders who are hiding behind paywalls, which are against Giant's terms and conditions. So VF had one the other day where he messaged the guy and said to him, look, you can't put a paywall up. So he was going, if you're a patron, you get early access to my mods. And this guy just turned around to him and went, completely, basically said, I didn't know that. And he literally, within 2 hours, changed how he worked, basically. And he said, you don't need to pay for mods. Yeah, even if it's early access, like VF put one up earlier going, this guy saying if you pay him £70 a month, you can become one of his beta testers. And you're still paying for a mod. And that's what VF's trying to get across. You should not be paying for mods. And there's so many modders out there who sit behind a paywall. But it's against, the thing is, I didn't know this, it's against Giant's terms and conditions. I don't know how they're going to enforce it, but that's kind of what it is. Exactly. But technically, if you are... The thing is, though, if you are creating mods for Farm Sim 22, you have to abide by their terms and conditions. Yeah, well, you technically sign an invisible contract as soon as you put your mod up for Farm Sim 22. So, it will never happen, but Giants then could go, you're breaking the rules. Technically, they can't, but it'd be hilarious if they tried. But the thing is, there's all... I don't know about you, mate. Have you ever tried to get Farm Sim Miner stuff? No, I haven't. I haven't, no. Right, we've got 10 minutes. Let's do this experiment. Right, okay. So how many do we have? How much do we have in here at the moment? We have... come on. $700 in there. All I'm going to say, I think they use the same... Hang on. Well, we're about to find out. Right, so I've got to make sure I've got an idea on this. Just going to make sure I've got a note of this. So give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I need much. Right, let's see how much. Yeah, no, I did. I was just checking eggs. No, that's what I was doing. I was just checking the pallet of eggs. I already know how much food I've got. I've already made a note of it. I've already written that down earlier. So 6279. So this isn't 100% accurate. So they use roughly 500 overnight. And of course some have spawned as well, so we got more. We got one more due tomorrow. So they use roughly 521 overnight. Remember, this isn't a full pen. So we got 126 in there. Tomorrow we'll have 127. So we'll skip one more day. And then see if it's about the same. See what this comes up as. Yeah, 5648. So they use roughly 631. So you can work out roughly what that gives you. Because every day they are popping a new one out. Okay, we got two more coming tomorrow as well. So this isn't 100% accurate, but it gives you an idea. So I'm actually going to do another calculation in a minute. 127. So we've got 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So 110 they roughly use. So let's skip to one more day. Let's see what they've got. So in theory, depending on what we get, it should be 400 extra. Is what I'm guessing. 5009 is 639. Five 009 gives me 639, which is not too much more than what we had before. So we got one more being popped tomorrow. They're not. Right. Oh boy. Okay, we have a pallet of eggs. We have two. We have. So, if I show you on here, reproduction is 50%. So tomorrow, we're gonna have 120 extra chicks. So let's see how much this drops this down. Oh, I love this. Right, so we're in January. We've got 2.5 crates. And we've got 4163 left. Yeah. We've got 250 animals in here. Right, have we got 1, 2, 3. The only way you can compare it is when you got 360. So they used 846 on that. So let's go one more game day. So this may not be comparable to we got a whole 360 in here. Because if we got a whole 360, you should be able to tell what they're eating roughly. We're down, and we've dropped to 2908. We've run out of egg space. Kind of my mistake, but it's fine. Right. Next game day, we should be running up near 360. So let's go to 2 days and see if we use less. We need to sell some eggs in a minute as well to make some profit. Hang on, what am I doing? Oh yeah. Brain went dead. We need to go sell some eggs to make some money. So I am going to jump it to 2 days in a minute just to see what happens when I jump it to 2 days. Because that literally used... What are we on? 4163 minus 2908. So that used roughly 1,200 overnight. So that used 1,200 overnight. So let's drop it to 2 days and see if we use less. And I've kind of mucked up with the egg spawning as well, but it's fine. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not 360 I'm not 360 yet. Right, these pallet forks are way too big. I don't think these close. No, they don't. Okay, we're going to have to do this by hand. Just because these pallet forks are going to be a pain. I didn't want to do this by hand. Kind of got no choice. Then I can get some smaller pallet forks. So we're going to go to 2 days in a minute and see what happens. I completely forgot about how many eggs this thing can hold. I completely kind of forgot. I sort of got carried away. Right, it's 5 o'clock. So I'm about to call this a day in a minute. We're just going to do something quickly. Drop it to 200 and see if it uses less. Not 200, but 2 days. See if it uses less. I'm about to. about what I'm about to do now. Right. It won't take effect straight away, but we're just going to get it to go. Right. So in theory, we should be nearly out of feed. And if we are, we're going to have to go sell some pallets to get some feed. Because I need to go and get a bucket. Oh, no, we don't. I have an idea. No, we don't. We need a bucket. Sorry, how much feed have we got left? Okay. 1791. 1791. 2908. We used, give or take, 111. 1117. But again, this is not a comparison at the moment. We're now at 360 chicks. So, yeah, we're going to chuck this on. No, it's already started. We're in March 1. So we are using... So I predicted 2,000 litres a day is what my prediction was. And we're already up to, overnight was 1,000. So now we got 360, we could get a rough comparison. Now we got a full pen. Hi Enzo, I'm literally close to coming off. Just trying to do a bit of an experiment quickly. Right, we need to go sell this. And then pick up a bucket. So we need to drop this off. Or the front fork, should I say. And we need to go sell these eggs and pick up a bucket. So, yeah, I'm still not convinced because on Ellengrat, I was only going through 1,000 per day. Oh, not 1,000 per day. 1,000 per month. Really, Enzo? You know that's an unhealthy situation to be in. So now we've got... The thing is, when we get a full pen of 360, I can... Okay, Raw. Explain. No. Raw may have better advice on this than I do. Okay, he has got a point on that one. Right, let's hope this brings in £1,000. Or £2,000, should I say. Okay, yeah, we've got enough cash. Right. So, let me just not crash. Right. So, to be honest with you, let's see how much feed we use overnight. It should be the same amount. Give or take. Now we've got 360 in there. We should be using about 1,000. So we should be using about 1,000 a day. Bro, you could be like I found out the Mormons the other day that made me laugh. So apparently the Mormons have many, many, many wives. They divorce one, then get another one. How can you keep up with more than one wife? I'm gonna let Raw answer that before I mute him. Right, let's see if... Let's just do a bit more testing. Right, so... It's not a bad little mod, this isn't. Right, one. So we're going to go to 3,000 litres. And see how, and for the moment. Because I might end up, I'll fill this up later. So let's go, put 4,000 litres in, shall we actually? Got a few minutes. Right, last bucket load. Right. That'll do. How much feed are we up to? 4,800. Raw. It's a contradiction. On Ellen Grant, they didn't. It's something you're going to have to experiment for yourself, Raw. I'm still working this out. I haven't actually looked at this on Leningrad. I just went, oh, that do. So you may have to actually monitor this on your own one. So I don't know if this is specific or not. I didn't even flip and check. So, let's actually work this one out. I forgot to make a note of after I filled up. Oh, blum. I've made a mistake. 1117. Right. Let's save this. By filling up, I've made a mistake. By filling up, I made a mistake, so I forgot to make the note. Right. So we should be around about the 2.7. If I've got this right. Okay, no, they've used less. Okay, let's go to April 2. So that only used 800. Or that only used 900. Two 106. Yeah, 900. So they were using 18. So they're using 1800, give or take. Right. Yeah, I'm about to do one more test and give up. I'm about to do one more test. And that is do that. So this should go down. This should go down about 306. I've got the calculations right. No, it hasn't. Still on May 1. Right, hasn't kicked in yet. Yeah. 2106 minus 1206. Yeah, 900. Right. Leave that there. Make a note of what we got at the moment. So we've got 5206 in the tank. .5206 in the tank. Let me move that out of the way because our machine's not working. Right. So in theory, we should be going through 900. So we should end up with 4306. So if I've got this right. No, they used a heck of a lot more. Okay, they used a heck of a lot more. So according to this, we're on 4306. Oh no, they did. That was right, sorry. So it was 900. So it's 1800. So let's save this. So we should be on 2 days, am I correct? Or something, let me just check my settings again, yeah, 1 day. So let me save this. Just in case this goes wrong. Because we're going to skip to July, basically. On the 1 day thing. Save that. Wrong button. It's meant to hit F1. What I was trying to hit. Right, let's go to June. Save it in June because the things will be ready to harvest. Right, we're now back to full June. And they are 3069. They're 3069. I'm going to save this. We're just going to skip and then call it. So we should be down to about 1269. In theory. Yep. Right, and then we want to jump in here again. We want to put another 1,000 litres in. And then we want to work out where we are with the thing. So 1269. So yeah, we're not, and then what I'm going to do is not hit save. We're just going to quit straight out. Move that out of the way, just so we don't get an error come up. Right, move 1 day. We should be roughly 462. Yeah, close enough. So it is roughly, give or take, 1800. Right. So I'm about to call the stream. I just want to double check this is saved okay. So where are we? Still June? Yep. Still June. Right. Let's move that out of the way. See if we can squeeze 3 on the front. No, we can't. Okay. So we'll not do that. Gonna actually get this the right way around this time. So there. So we've got. I'll work out how many we've got new in a minute. There you go. Boom, boom. So we've roughly got 2, 8, 3. Nearly 4,000 litres there. And yeah, price in November's good, but what's the price at the moment? Do we need? Could we get some more income? Price right now of eggs. 1276. Still November. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. That'd do it for the episode. So the only thing I'll probably do off camera is fill up this pen to 9,000 litres, or do it at the combine when we cut. Yeah, we've got 3,000 litres in there at the moment. We've got a nice big pile of barley down the back here we can dump in. And yeah, our barley's ready to cut. So yeah, ready to harvest. So let's move this into position and then that'll do the stream. This big pile of junk. And hopefully I might end up hoping to get some money in. Even if we plant sorghum for next game year. We don't need to plant sorghum till it won't be as much yield. I'm wondering if, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see everyone again soon.